Listen.
Yo.
Hi everybody, welcome to PBZ TV. I'm Tom.
I'm James.
And this is where we cover the culture, games, music, sports, all sorts.
Whatever the hell we want.
Whatever we want, we do. So.
It begins. I know we're covering quite a lot today.
Yeah.
We start off with headlines pretty much every week.
Yes, sir.
Sports related first. Chelsea made it to the final. Remind the audience, for those who aren't football minded, Wagwan, how we get here, what the fuck is it?
So again, yeah, this is like the first reiteration. I can't say the word.
Reiteration?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's a real education.
That's
that's a real big fancy word.
That's a hard word for Jonathan Wath. So yeah, so basically it used to be just winners of different continents coming together, like winner of the Champions League, winner of like the Asian.
And it's just some kind of mini World Cup thing.
Yeah, so now they basically brought it into a 32-team World Cup format with all clubs from the world, obviously, and yeah, so they've all just done it in a knockout bracket sort of thing. In America, sort of setting up us for next year for the World Cup, and it's been a bit funny with the weather as well because.
What's been going on? Flash floods?
I mean, I was watching a Chelsea game the other day, and obviously it's the timings here as well. Was just like I'm not a fan of that.
Is it running on American timing?
A little bit. Like it started off good, and then there's been some 2 a.m. games, and then I watched one. It started at 9 p.m., which is fine, right?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, it'll be done. It was the round of 16, so that's like the first knockout game.
Yep.
And it got to the 87th minute. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Benfica.
Yeah,
and
I'm there now. Yeah.
then there was like a weather warning.
Yeah.
As it is in America.
Oh, right. So
I
it's like tornado, hurricane, flood, what they do.
Lightning.
Lightning? Yeah. McQueen?
Yeah. Ka-chow!
7 piston cups.
So yeah, literally they were like, there's lightning coming, ka-chow! So they literally called it off. Yeah. They'd suspended the game.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is long. Like literally there's 5 minutes left of the game. It's the 87th minute.
Yeah.
Plus added time. So yeah, like 7 minutes. It's,
7 minutes lightning time must be such a unique thing in football.
It's so weird because they basically got all the crowd that were obviously there. They had to put them in the stadium. All the players had to come off. And they were showing just like long shots of the stadium with like the clouds and stuff going above it. And it looked like a nice day, to be honest. It was... You could see a bit of clouds coming.
Anyone would be going to die.
So they had to cut to like the studio and they had to just fill in blanks. And they thought, this should be like 20 minutes because as you can see from the pictures, and what we've heard is that it's not really going to come too close. It's just a warning, so they had to do it as protocols. And it just kept going and going. I'm sat there, and then the next thing I know, it's like 12 o'clock, and then it's 3 hours. No, so the game would have been about 11 because it's close. That's when it should have finished. And then it got delayed until about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Oof.
And I was dedicated at this point, and I had the day off the next day, so I wasn't
Finally
fast.
experiencing the pain we have to experience on a daily basis watching the NBA.
There's no lightning, by the way. Like nothing happens.
It's just a beautiful day outside.
There's a rainbow in the background because obviously it's been raining down the road, but like this side of where it was just sunny.
Mad.
And then they come back out. So 2-3 hours later, the players are like, they've just played a whole game pretty much. So apparently they had to be in the locker rooms and they basically were just like skipping and like doing runs and stuff and on bikes because they just had to keep their legs going. And then they come out, 87 minutes, they kick off again. And then there's a bloody handball, which wasn't really, I don't know, it's debatable. So then Benfica get a penalty, then it goes to extra time, so there's another half an hour. Actually, at this point, I was like, I know I want Chelsea to win, but I have stayed up an extra 2 hours. I would like to see at least more than 5 minutes, so it's okay.
Wait, so they went off, what? How far were we through the game when the weather warning hit?
87 minutes in, out of 90.
God, what was the fucking point?
Obviously, you get like the extra time, which is about 5 minutes, but there's about 7-8 minutes left.
So literally waited like 2 hours for like a couple minutes and a penalty?
Well, it would have, the penalty happened in that those extra 5 minutes. It would have happened. So then it went to extra time after that.
Shit.
So there was an extra 30 minutes, which is I guess because everyone's like waited so long, it's like, all right, at least we get more than 5 minutes. Like we're not just waiting for 5 minutes.
That's a double-edged sword, that one.
But then Chelsea went on to win the game, which I was like, oh, thank God. And then we got pretty easy games afterwards because Man City went out and someone else went out. So we played 2 Brazilian teams, and now we're in the final.
Hell yeah, brother!
But we're against PSG, who haven't conceded a goal in the whole tournament. They just won the Champions League, all the cups and leagues in their domestic.
So just the Thanos of football at the moment. Basically.
Yeah, they're just like a super team out of nowhere, and it's funny.
Is this one Mbappe plays for?
No, it's funny because they used to have Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Ramos. They used to have a super team. That was their idea, just to bring it all together as many super players as they can and play them stupid money.
Do they not have a salary cap in football?
Not in France, no. They can just do what they want, and they're rich as hell. But that didn't work. It never worked. They never won the Champions League. They never got close. They always won the French league. Yeah. But now they've got like a young team, good coach, and they've just got like
that is the
they're
formula
making
now.
Superstars.
I swear that the old super team just failed across the board in pretty much every sport. Yeah.
So I mean, Real Madrid have been doing it for yonks. I guess they've always done it, and they always called the Galacticos. So like
is it just because they're a big market team and they attract big market players?
Oh yeah,
or do they go out of their way to form super teams every time, or is it just like the Lakers or Boston that always end up with someone good?
Yeah, that's sort of like Barcelona and Real Madrid. They always will end up with someone good because everybody grows up and wanting to play there. So they always get that. Where PSG have sort of, I think they were only created in the 80s. I don't know the actual. They're quite a new established team in terms of football team. Football teams have been around for 100
years. Yeah, like a new money, like Tesla team.
Yeah, but that didn't work, and now they're here, and now they've cracked the code, and it's scary. And but we've been the underdog in 2 finals and won them both. So
miracles are made to happen.
This is it's a Chelsea thing.
When's the final game?
It's 8 p.m. on Sunday. So
okay.
UK time.
All right, watch it. That's pretty much the only thing going at the moment because everything else is in off season. So NBA just finished.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder won the championship. I called it. I wanted Hallie to win.
It's close there.
The Hallie ban to come in on a raid, but nah, he fucking tore his ACL in like 5 minutes into the game 7, which is the most tragic thing I can ever imagine in my whole life. That's a movie script, except it went the bad way, not the good way.
Well, if he's called the Taliban, maybe it's not.
Mate, you fucking up the Taliban. Taliban? Taliban.
Whoa.
FBI. It was just such a good story, though, because OKC have been the monsters the whole season. Like, they were inevitable pretty much the whole time. And Shay won the MVP, so there was expectations. As soon as they put to bed the Nuggets, I was like, they have to win.
Dunzo, yeah.
And at least that proves Shay deserved that MVP. Because it was like a big debate, like Jokic's numbers are ridiculous. Yeah, but who beat him and won the chip?
Because if Jokic cooked him, then it would have been a bit like...
Then it would be like, why do you give Shay the thing? But no, he brought it home.
Did he win the finals MVP as well? It usually is the case.
Yeah, he's the Don, mate. He's really, really good. People still hate him because they think he foul baits constantly. He plays a little bit like D-Wade. In that he used to be really good at getting people to reach for it.
Is he a better shooter than D-Wade? Because I just remember D-Wade not being...
Yeah, D-Wade is a slasher through and through. He played in a different era.
Yeah.
D-Wade I don't think ever managed to really adapt to what was changing. Again, it's why LeBron is such a freak, because he did adapt. But yeah, he's dangerous from everywhere. It's like if you mix a lot of different players, like you mix a little bit of Paul George and you mix a little bit of D-Wade and all that, like the smoothness of PG, the kind of speed and slashing capability of D-Wade is pretty mental seeing him play.
How tall is he again? I feel like he's not very tall, is he?
6'7". Like he's not. He's right in that sweet spot zone.
6'7's that's pretty average actually, I guess, for NBA players, not everyday schmucks like us. But yeah,
and he's 26, so that's enough to make you feel like it was such a strange sensation because I'm still 28. You're 29, and it was fucking odd when we started being older than the athletes on TV.
Oh yeah,
I'm still not quite over it.
That's happened a while though. Like especially in football, you get people coming through at like 16 or 17. So it's been a good 10 years or so. I'm like, ugh.
He's 6'6", so he's right. He's the same as Michael Jordan and Kobe.
Okay, I just imagined. I never actually knew his like height, but I always just pictured him being like 6'3".
Super long wingspan as well. He's very spindly in how he plays. Like when he goes around a screen, he doesn't go around it. He goes, he like snakes around it. It's weird. That's how he gets such good fouls. Is like he's, I don't know how he does it. Like, I respect the game, but I'm like
slippery boy.
He's a slippery boy, and the rest of his team is really good. It's a PSG makeup, and they've got OKC in the last 2 years have basically ended up with everyone's draft picks.
Who's his like second man?
Is it Jay? I can't even remember. That's the thing. Like a lot of his team, I have no idea who they are, but they're all just really solid.
That's the point. You're gonna learn.
Oh, Jalen Williams. That was it. So Jalen Williams and then Chet Holmgren. Jet was drafted at the same time as Wemby, and they're both like 7 foot, ridiculously ridiculously tall, long wingspan. They can handle the ball. They're pretty mad. That he's one of those freaks that like as soon as they started teaching centers fundamental skills from day one, and didn't just go, "Hey, big fella, get down there and do nothing." Like there's game over for as soon as that happened. Alex Caruso,
like what?
Alex Caruso as well. And ended up with Isaiah Hartenstein from your Knicks from previous years, and he's a big threat under the rim actually. Like people underestimate. Like I thought, because I've only seen him on podcasts. Yeah. He was on a podcast with Jalen Brunson and everyone else, and he looked like a normal size to them. Dude's like 7 foot. I was like, what?
I know.
I didn't realise. So he's like a power forward centre. I was like, I thought you were just like a fucking point guard.
I think they put these people in like bigger size rooms so they look like normal.
Finally got appropriate size furniture for themselves.
Yeah.
The production crew kind of come in and just jump up on the sofa.
Yeah. It's a little Britain in there. Like.
But it's so weird seeing these active players with podcasts. I
that's strange.
When past players were doing it. And Paul George got ripped to shreds for this year because he's been fucking shit. But his podcast has been popping off.
But yeah, exactly. Cause
he would get his ass beat in a game and come back like, that was a tough game, man. You know, it's just like put the fucking mic down. Podcast. They kept calling him Podcast Pete. Podcast Pete, shut the fuck up and start training, bro.
I feel like I don't really mind it for the older players. You know, where they're like, "This is my next step."
You move on to media, coaching, ownership, or you just kind of do your own thing and disappear. That's what happens. But like,
yeah, but I mean, like, if they're in the league still, but they're trying to transition. Like, they need that.
Yeah, if you're
space.
like Al Horford, or like, even I forgive LeBron because my glorious king can do nothing wrong, but also he's fucking 40. Like the diversification now needs to happen.
Yeah, he could do whatever he wants.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but LeBron doesn't need to do a podcast or anything. Like he'll be set for life. Like
his podcast is sick though. It's like as a basketball fan, I struggle to keep up with his podcast. It's really technical.
Oh yeah, with
it was with JJ Redick.
Yeah,
but JJ Redick then got the head coaching job at the Lakers. So now he's actually swapped him out with Steve Nash. So Steve Nash hosted with him now, and he's just as technical. So
I can imagine.
But they use all of the lingo that they would use on the court. They never bother to explain. Sometimes it's pop up on the screen. He's like, you know, when you're coming down the backside 4-4-5, and you got a guy coming off the wing, ding, ding, and then you're like, LeBron, slow down. LeBron, I don't know what you're talking about.
What's this language?
And you can just see the fucking basketball savant, and I'm like, fucking, oi, B-ball Rain Man, slow the fuck down.
I can imagine him just in his dreams, just bouncing and just like.
I guarantee you, LeBron sleeps with his eyeballs going.
Yeah,
just like imagining 20,000 plays, because like you know when you see those edits of just people like hyping different players up. The one that will surprise me forever was the one where he was. I think it might have been. Who's the guy who plays for the Hawks? Who's got a really good podcast. He used to play for the. He's a point guard. He's really funny, really good at telling stories. I can't remember.
What era?
Well, it would have been our era, so like 2010s. But like, a lot of players have said it. But essentially, he was saying he was playing LeBron, and he forgot the play for his team, and LeBron went, "Go that way." Like he already knew. He was telling the other team what to do. He's
like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, man."
Like he just knows it straight away. And I think it was the guy Doc Rivers, the guy used to coach Thingy. I think he was in a podcast, and he was like, the LeBron used to just be an athletic freak. But he was still smart, but he wasn't there yet, right? And he was like, the day I could see him calling out our plays, I knew we were cooked.
Yeah,
he's like, I knew we were done for because he just gained that, and then he just.
He reminds me of someone that would want to go into coaching, but he's too big of a person to do that.
Oh,
like,
God,
it's
yeah,
not
they
worth
would-
his time.
They would just continue. Like the NBA media have beef against him already. Stephen A. Smith has just made it his mission to like hate on Bron now. They have such public beef. It's so funny.
And they were cool, weren't they? He was always defending him against Skip.
I don't know if it was ever. Yeah, but that's the thing, that that was just Skip's natural opposition, I think, because Skip was just such an overt hater. It bordered on, you got a problem, pal? I was there every time I watched Skip. I was like, hey, someone check his locker real quick. Someone check his phone. There's a fucking white bedsheet in there somewhere. I don't trust you, Skip. But Skip's actually gone on to be more normal than Stephen A.
I think
these
he
days.
was playing a character, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was
And it
quite,
worked.
it was quite obvious. And I thought Stephen A was as well, but I think Stephen A genuinely believes his own hype. He actually believes his own source.
Well, he's been there for yonks now. I guess he has the right. In a way.
And I think he thinks players like him. But I think because he talks such overt shit against other players that most of them are turned on him now. He doesn't actually have very good player relations.
Yeah.
Which kind of used to be his
That's the
bag,
thing,
which is
you
why
end-
he had that personality.
Yeah, if you end up becoming like a pundit or someone that commentates on whatever's going on,
Yeah,
you're going to say something that annoys someone.
Yeah.
You know.
And you want to be liked as like Martin Brundle in F1. Like he's actually quite liked by drivers, and like most people are like, "Oh, this is Mr. Brundle, he's alright." I think something about his name that like,
It's
how
like,
can you be mad at someone called Mr. Brundle, bro? That's a fucking Roald Dahl character. Because that was kicking off in the world of F1 the other day. So the guy that runs Red Bull,
Yeah.
Christian Horner, how familiar are you with F1?
Very, very unfamiliar.
So Red Bull obviously did mad amount of winning with Max Verstappen and sick cars, and the guy that was the team principal, aka the big boss, Christian Horner. Christian Horner got into some massive controversies with apparently toxic team culture, and he got sexted in an intern or whatever it was, like cheating on his wife, whole bunch of madness.
As you do.
But for some reason they kept him through all of that, and now they let him go. And it's just like, why the fuck would you not let him go?
Did they win because of it?
I think they were still winning. I think they won last year.
Money speaks, bro.
But it's, I think basically as soon as they're not on track to win this time, now they've cut him off. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I think that's apparently been like the big story, that Red Bull was just that toxic.
Especially in the world that we live in now. I'm surprised he didn't make the cut.
Thing is, it was bad. It wasn't illegal, but it was just like,
Yeah, that's the
what a
thing,
scumbag, bro. It's
Yeah.
one of those, because all the WhatsApps came out, so it was all the nasty details. You're just like, ugh.
But there's things that have happened like that, and it's straight cutthroat as soon as anything like that comes out. Like even the guy that did Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? What did
I
he do?
thought it was originally some.
Was he pedo?
I thought that's what it was at first, but then I looked at it and I don't think that is the case. I think it was something like.
Was it racist tweets?
No, I think it was like assault or like, domestic abuse, something like that. But I think he was proven not guilty. But they already cut him.
Do you remember that happened with Tobuscus, OG YouTuber? You remember Tobuscus? He used to do all like this like theatrical cinema trailers where he used to sing alongside him.
Yeah.
He was big for that. But yeah, he got hit with fake sexual assault allegations that got proved innocent. But by that time, his career was done.
Yeah, you've already got that. Like,
I think that was one of the perfect examples of like that was straight up cancel culture. But like, he beat his wife, he cheated on his wife. You two were fucking ass. He didn't actually do anything, but the internet fucked him over anyway because he never gained the channel back.
Yeah.
And by that point, that was right at the end of when YouTube was at its golden age. So he would have needed to evolve. Like he was like in the
he's one of the rich,
like Nika Higa like era.
Yeah.
And that was happening. That change was happening, and then the controversy hit right at the change. So unless he came back and completely changed the format, because he came back trying to do his old self, and it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
So that was even more tragic because it just came along with like almost like a very much a death of YouTube.
Yeah, but breaking up that point, you need to like keep going through that weird period, wasn't it, at a time where like you have to sort of recreate yourself and evolve, but he didn't get to do that because he wasn't active.
I've had a video essay saved in my YouTube for ages about like, it's just called "We Failed Nika Higa," and it was just like what happened. He's continued to put out content, but it just never went anywhere. And I'm like, he got us all into YouTube, man.
Yeah, he did. He's probably in my top 2. Or
yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's got to be. Like,
but then maybe that is because he just his stuff just aged. Not his. His stuff's aged obviously, but like he continued to do the same. I don't know.
It was a humor type as well, because like it was at the same time as like Smosh and that. So there was that lol so random type stuff. Yeah. And when that died, it just did not come back. So it was immediately seen as cringe. And I think that there was It must have just been he woke up one day and actually happened. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like, so you guys don't like this anymore?
Because
it's got all the data and it says.
Because I used to watch. He used to do this like parkour challenge with his mates, where it was like horse, so you had to try and do like the parkour moves.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he has his mate like KevJumba and all that.
Yeah,
so, I fucking love those. I used to watch them; they were cool.
And
so I thought he was going to
like,
go the lifestyle vlogger route, but I'm not sure that took off in the same way.
Well, because that was really early actually.
Yeah,
like that was before like Sidemen and like all of that.
Because I remember I used to hang out with Jeremy Lin as well. We did a couple of episodes with Jeremy Lin. I think that's how I saw him. Oh shit! And then I discovered that whole channel. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
That was one of those things I was like, should I try to do parkour, dude? No, that was one of those. My fat ass ain't doing no parkour, bro.
Oh, no. I've seen too many like fails and stuff that.
Some of them are so bad.
Can't even walk down the stairs without. That is parkour to me now.
Parkour!
Snap leg.
Family Guy landed in the end.
There is actually one more sporting thing going on at the minute.
Oh, Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year. Like, I don't.
Every year you get Wimbledon fever, mate.
Oh, mate.
You love it.
I love it. If it's tennis any other time of the year, I'm like, yeah.
And that one text here comes through to the group chat. Anyone want to go play tennis?
Yeah, honestly, I'm there like, ooh.
To be fair, I'm not for giving that a go.
Oh, man.
The weather's pretty perfect for it. Sometimes a bit too hot, but actually, like.
No, like late evenings is great, man.
Get a sweat on still.
Yeah.
But
like, I tell you what I do want to play. I really want to play padel.
Oh, is it padel? Was it
It
paddle?
is actually, I've heard padel, but...
What kind of fucking middle class gym are you going to? Darling, I want to play padel. Actually,
I don't know if it is padel.
You could be right.
It's spelled Padel.
See, I reckon
people call it paddle.
calling it paddle, but
yeah,
the French are like, it's padel.
It is padel.
It's padel.
But yeah, I really want to play it, man. Like, but it's
what's the difference between padel and tennis?
So it's basically tennis and squash merged. So you've got like...
This doesn't help. I don't know the rules of squash either.
Squash is basically like wall ball.
Okay.
So like you just got to like hit it, and then the next person hits it, and then you got to hit it.
Hit it, one bounce hit, or is it?
Yeah, one bounce hit.
Yeah.
I think it's you got to hit it in a certain space in the wall.
Yeah,
I've never played
zone,
squash, but this sounds probably pretty tragic for squash listeners. But yeah, so basically it's tennis, but you know where like the double lines would normally, if you were playing doubles, those bits on the side, they're gone, and it's walls, just glass walls around the back and the sides. Oh. So you can use the walls. So like if I smash it, it's going, it's gone past you.
Yeah.
And in tennis, you'd have lost that point, but it's hit the wall, bounced, hit the wall, it's come back, and you can just go, oh.
Nice. So it feels it's almost like 3-dimensional tennis squash.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty sick to me. Because I know there's another new one on the scene called pickleball.
Yeah, that as well.
Is there a difference between pickleball and paddle?
Yeah. Someone was explaining pickleball to me the other day. I think that is like a mix between table tennis and like badminton, or like it's tennis but smaller, and it's like table tennis-ish. I don't know. I think the balls don't bounce as much.
There's a video idea. PBZ try pickleball and paddle.
Yeah.
And then we have to see which one's better.
Yeah, okay.
I fucks with that. That's a good idea.
And then we can rate the racket sports as such and go, right.
We're making a racket, the new series.
Making a racket.
Making a racket.
It's just really like, I've been trying to play it. Me and my mate have been trying to book it, but like he's played it twice with other friends.
Booked out or something more?
Yeah, it's just like super booked, and then it's expensive, and
how much
it's not very accessible at the minute. I think it's like you have to sign up as well to like.
Is this one of those ones because it's like still new and somewhat rare? They're just charging whatever they want for it.
But what I have seen is like if you create like an account from the places where I think it's quite national now, but like you get ranked and stuff, so you can play against other people that are like your rank, and then like go. It's basically like as if it's an e-sport.
Paddle.
You can literally get ranked and stuff because it's new, but yeah.
Bumps into me on the street. Hey, you just knocked into the second-rated paddle player in the Southwest, actually.
Padel.
So who are you? I'm number 1. Oh, my God.
But yeah, definitely want to do it.
Yeah, we should try that. We should try that. Because I haven't been able to play basketball in ages either. Our local one's been closed down. It's annoying. And someone's just taken over the management of it, which is cool. So it's just like local news for us, but like they'll reopen that soon, so that's pretty dope.
Alrighty, yeah, because I do want to do that as well. There's so much to do, and
so
not enough
time. Death is approaching. Anyway, what's next on the agenda?
Well, in the world of sort of TV, I guess, there's been talks of a reboot of like one of our favourite shows as growing up as kids, Scrubs. Oh,
Legendary show.
Love Scrubs.
JD and Turk.
Eagle.
Forever been and shall be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I watched like I always get sucked into video documentary. It was like a 40-minute like homage to Scrubs.
Yeah. I think
and
I've
how
seen
like,
it.
or it might have been like why season 3 was like the perfect Scrubs season or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. We've probably both seen that.
Season 5, I think.
Season 5.
I've seen the video.
It was so good. It was so good. And it just reminded me, like, damn, this is such a fucking good. I didn't realize how many things it did first, like the whole breakaway, like imaginary scenes / skits things, and like I've known someone who knows some doctors, and they always say like Scrubs is probably more realistic than most medical shows, mainly because of how much humor is used to cope in situations like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how the fuck do you just like, 6 people died today? That's the mad, isn't it? Like, how do you deal with that?
But it's not just a comedy show. Like, it's
deep as well.
It gets like some of the deepest moments of that show. It's just like crazy.
Yeah, and they're all, like,
holding back the tears.
They're relatable as well, and it played like a diverse cast in a really good way.
Yeah, like before
so
that.
Good.
Yeah, like back in the 2000s, right?
Yeah, back in the 2000s when like
Friends and stuff, and like Big Bang Theory, like.
Yeah, because I remember they were specifically talking about Carla's character and how basically throughout all that time, the 2090s, like you were just a fiery Latina that was angry for no reason, and like that was your whole personality.
Yeah,
and he really gave Carla so much depth and like.
Oh yeah,
showed like, a little bit of that because there's truth in every stereotype, but actually then just like she's really humanised, and it was the first time they probably humanised a Latina character or a Latina woman on TV properly. And I was like, that's nuts how a show like Scrubs had to do that first, but I'm glad it happened. So.
Yeah, and especially because that stereotype you just said, and she plays that little bit that she's that angry Latina that's like mad. So theoretically, you would hate that character, right? You'd be like, can't bother with this Moni.
Yeah.
Like. Giving Turk and JD like grief and stuff, but like she's like massive to the show. Like you love her. She's like
she
the
matches
mom
for like JD's development. As well. Like I remember he was talking about the first time that they had beef, and he started getting angry that he's the doctor and she's the nurse, and that kind of thing. Because that's a real beef in hospitals, and I was like, damn, it's just so real, dog.
But she's been there for years and's got that experience, and he was quite new, so it's like, sit down, son. You might be the doctor, but like,
and then eventually, and that has to. That move past it just handled it beautifully, because you have no idea that's happening until you do think retrospectively or watch it again and you're like, fuck me, this is really good.
Honestly,
like most people would just think, it's the comedy that replays on Comedy Central, which no, it's not.
Because some of it is, I guess, cheesy-ish,
but in a way it was endearing how they did it though. It like matched the way that JD would think. That's the main thing. Like it all characterized, it all made sense.
And I just a random clip came up on YouTube yesterday. Actually, I get my algorithm just random, but then there's always a little bit of Scrubs just there and there. And go, ooh, it was just an interview with JD, but oh my god, Zach Braff, and basically said it was the guy that created it. I think his name's Bill. Oh my god, it comes up on every.
Yeah, I could see it on the credits.
It's Bill something, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But he said, was there like, did he let you guys like improvise a lot and like. Zach Braff was like, that basically we got to the point where we're all family, so we could just be ourselves and just, he would let us do, like, fill in the gaps. And he was like, okay, who was the best at doing that? And he was like, I shouldn't really ask that question because it's probably going to be quite hard and you're going to be like, I don't really want to. He was like, no, Neil Flynn, the guy that plays the janitor. Yeah. He's like, he is. He is so.
I swear they said at one point he basically just like made everything up.
Basically, he said there was a part of the script where it would be his part and it just says, and Neil just makes something up. And then he said the best one was when he's trying to get JD to wear shorts, like short shorts, but scrub shorts. Yeah. And he's there like, no, I can't. I'm a doctor. I can't wear short shorts at work. It's not hygienic, etc. Yeah. He's like, but my wife made these. And she's only got a pinky, thumb, and pointer. So she was up all night. And he's made that literally just off the top of his head. Apparently, like, they had to shoot it, like, multiple times because Zach Braff just could not.
It's amazing because I remember his other big role he's in is playing the husband in the middle.
Yeah.
And, like, those two, like, are very opposite. in terms of like one is like blank on purpose.
Yeah.
They play such a good stern dad, and the other one's just like, I mean, the theories of whether the janitor's still real is debated today.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
I think he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he is. I think they made it feel like that on purpose just because he was so wacky. I think they made him feel like he was a caricature.
But he does interact with a lot of people, so I don't understand how he would be fake. But it's more that what was it? His name was never known. And then like the last episode, he's like, "Yeah, my name's Thomas," like to JD, and then
I still
he's
think
like,
he was lying.
"Well, yeah," because then JD's like, "Okay, awesome," and like
he
thinks and then he walks off, and then some random guy walks past Jonah and goes, "Hey, Dan," or something. Like that. He's like, "What's up?"
Forever the enigma.
Yeah, man.
But this is what I mean. You can clearly see our love for the show, which then makes it a very contentious topic for a remake. Now, is this just straight rumors, or is this like cast in rumors already? Like, what did you see?
I saw it today. It was, I think, who makes it? Is it NBC or one of them?
Yeah, it was one of the CBCs or whatever in America.
Yeah. And basically, the cast has been in talks for a reboot, and obviously, for my love for the show, I was like, oh! But then it's like one of those things like, should you really bring back stuff? But my view...
Is it going to be an episode remake, or is it just going to be reviving the show with a different cast of characters?
I don't know anymore. I'm assuming it would be like them now, and then maybe like their kids, or like... I don't know. They'd have to be playing them now because they're old.
Yeah, but like... Well, they wouldn't be at retirement age, technically. None of them retired in the show. They went to different hospitals, right?
Dr. Kelso did.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Kelso was old anyway.
Dr. Cox sort of took over, but then he's probably at his age now.
I'm not sure. How old is Dr. Cox now?
I think he's like 60-ish, so he should still be...
Cool, he's fine.
Yeah. But
natural causes will get him. Other than that, we're good.
Because the original ending to the show was so perfect, in my opinion, that I would happily them never reboot it, and it would. But
was it the studio's choice to keep it going, or was it?
I can't remember. I think it was just like they must have been like, well, it's still successful. Let's just bring it back for one more. But like,
it happens to a lot of things. I read yesterday that Dragon Ball Z. The original creator did not want to make it go past Dragon Ball Z, but it was so essential to Japan's like GDP that the government asked them to keep it going. The original creator said "fuck no," and they made something called Dragon Ball Z GT, which most people universally hate, but it was purely just to keep the money up for Japan because Dragon Ball brings in that much money. One Piece is a very similar thing for them.
Well, like the Simpsons are still going. Do you reckon there's something like that in it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's such a massive thing. And again, when the money keeps flowing in, why would they ever turn it off? I think that's one thing. But like, I don't thought like,
let it go.
Yeah, I think Simpsons obviously won't have an impact on like America's economy, but like, Japan's
Star Wars
exports are like heavily media.
Star Wars, that's just now they're just pumping it, aren't they, for all it's worth?
Yeah, I think once Disney got hold of it, there was no going back. I saw something about, you know how in the new ones, a lot of people, including myself, do not like the choice they made with Luke Skywalker and how they essentially like made him try and kill, spoilers, Kylo Ren in the middle of the night.
Yeah, which is so dumb, by the way.
No fucking sense to his character. And apparently, like Mark Hamill read the script when this happened, and he was like, "I completely disagree with how this goes," or at least. Let's do some kind of other reason to make him crash out in this way. And he actually proposed an alternate scenario we talked about on the podcast, which made so much more sense. At least if this action has to happen, if Luke is the one that turns Kylo over or Ben, then do it this way. He was like, and the writer was like, no. And he was like, okay. I'm still going to do my best to make this as good as possible, but I disagree on how you're doing this. So and every Star Wars fan has heard that and is now fucking foaming and I'm like,
well, because it is dumb, because he's the guy that saw the light in Darth Vader in the first place, right? Spoilers from the 80s, but yeah. So he's that guy. So then he gets a bit of a vision, and he's like, what is his nephew? His nephew, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my nephew might become the next Darth Vader. I'm just gonna off him. I'm just gonna off him
instead of having a quick chat tomorrow morning.
Yeah, try to see the light in him and do what, like, probably an easier job than actually turning like the worst person.
Tell you what, mate, let's just go on a vacation somewhere.
Yeah, let's just chill.
Do like a meditation chill camp so you don't fucking go off the rails.
It's like
it's actually fucking insane when you think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then when they tried to make out like Luke was so like traumatized from how it went, that was his immediate reaction. But actually, the show fucking like the movie ended, and he was well happy.
Yeah, what trauma did he really go through? He didn't like live through the.
I don't know. Maybe it was like because all it is headcanon. Like maybe he learned more about the Force and how dangerous it can be. Blah blah blah. But like the Force will keep balance no matter what. And then that's the whole thing. So you can't. The way that both Jedis and Sith always keep going wrong is that one tries to get rid of the other, when in reality it's completely not possible. The Force will always level them either one out.
How have they not worked that out? Why don't they just chill then? Like, what's no point?
There would be no fucking plot in Star Wars
because they're gonna be true.
Well, that's the theory that again this isn't really confirmed in in Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
But there's something called Star Wars Legends where like most alternative stories and comics and books are written, and in that the Grey Jedi are massive, and they're the ones that essentially are like, yo, there's no side. There is just the fucking Force, bro. Stop being a fucking weirdo.
Just enjoy
stop being
it, man.
a goody two-shoes. Stop being a prick and just like live. All right, that is their whole thing. And the big theory is that like Qui-Gon Jinn was actually a Grey Jedi.
Yeah.
And you know, because he was quite spiritual with how he did things and stuff, and it was all very neutral. But
well, he literally was trying to gamble and like force people like.
Yeah. He was just walking around like, you've got a few midichlorians, mate. You want to come be a child soldier?
Yeah, I'm gonna take your child out of slavery. Not you though. You can stay.
Can't afford you. Piss off.
Yeah. Well, I could literally just take it. I'm going
to sell you to the really not obvious Jewish caricature over there.
Oh yeah. No, it won't.
I look back on like how obvious some of the things were with Star Wars and Harry Potter. I want someone to break down. Harry Potter's fucking jokes, by the way.
What?
Right, so let's go through the characters.
Okay.
We need someone to run the banks. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny, short people with large noses and they're a bit of a prick. Let's do that. Goblins, number one. There was one of the only main black characters. I don't know. Kingsley Shacklebolts. Okay. Okay. It's got chains in his name. All right, we can do this. Oh, we've got an Asian girl. What do we call her? Cho Chang. Let's do that. It's fucking so obvious. And then, what was it? Let's, who are the poorest people in the show? Let's make them white gingers, make them feel very Irish. Let's do that. Every character you break down is like, did this come out of the mind of a child? Like, it's so like every stereotype you could possibly imagine from anywhere, she's done it. It's so funny.
But that's the way Hollywood works, baby.
Because back then we didn't really think about that.
You just go, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but they did it in Star Wars. So like the prequel one.
Yeah.
The Trade Federation will never not make me laugh. They are so obviously Chinese. It's they even gave him a Chinese accent.
Yeah, it's so obvious, isn't it? Like.
It's jokes, but it's just something we can enjoy and look at. It's every time there's key lines in that show we fucking love. That movie we love. It's like they're in the ventilation shaft. That gets me every time from the prequels.
Now there are two of them.
Is it getting out of hand? Now there are two of them. That gets me every time.
Oh man,
I can't remember the other ones.
There's loads.
There are loads.
Quote it all the time. But I guess segueing to that, like Harry Potter reboot and
yes.
Another reboot there.
So that's already that's a proper confirmed reboot. And the thing that people are mad at the moment is casting choices. The most controversial one being Snape's now played by a black dude. I have no idea until I see it. I think there's going to be extremely different takes on how this is going to go. I think this is going to look nothing like the movies. That's my theory on it. I think the core plot points will stay, but how characters are done, things like that will change. I'm not a fan in general of when Hollywood chooses to do diversity by whacking another ethnicity in instead of creating new black characters. So there are plenty of characters that were never used in Harry Potter books. They're actually far more prevalent that you could put into the story and cast that way. Or make them more important in a story and take some artistic liberties. Or when they do make original films, which they don't too much anymore because people don't go see original movies much anymore, which is mad. But make new original cool black or ethnic characters, and you don't have to make random characters different ethnicities. Because I know they got mad at the Hermione choice, but she, I'm not sure and it's not confirmed what her ethnicity is. She has curly hair. She looks like she's mixed of some kind, but actually her description in the book is a slightly short brown haired girl with curly hair.
Right, yeah.
So that there's no, again,
JK doesn't say she white.
Yeah, I mean that's never said anywhere, and it's just because people are holding on to what the movie casting was. So I always have to see what the show is like first. Yeah. But just from historical precedent, none of these kind of remake shows that have changed too much from the source material has ever turned out well. Like, especially from book to movie or show. Well,
theoretically, they should have more leverage to use more of the book because it's a series. They've got, it's not an hour and a half film. It's literally going to be like 10-hour series. Yeah. And I can imagine that season 1 is going to be the first book / film, right? So, I think I guess the only thing for me with Snake being a black man is the scenes where he's getting bullied.
It's going to look so racially charged.
It's not just because he's like a emo-looking kid that.
Yeah, we were talking about this before. Now Harry's dad and all his mates are going to be beaten up on the only black dude in Hogwarts.
Yeah, who basically is a loner. It's going to be, and it's because Harry Potter's set in the 90s, right? So that would have been the 70s or 60s.
It's going to be so fucking bad.
It's just going to, actually, maybe it's a sign of the times. It actually fits the era, I guess.
Maybe. And maybe that's what they'll be trying to say. But of course, that's going to sound the woke alarms for anyone who's like a fucking weirdo online. Yeah. They're giving shit to Superman right now for being woke.
Why? What's happening with that?
Nothing. He's just Superman. Like,
he's actually
Superman is the pure definition of illegal alien, by the way. He is an alien who came here illegally, okay? He's an immigrant. He always will be an immigrant. He has so many stories in the comics where he helps marginalised communities, immigrants. He gives people hope no matter where they come from. Yeah. And they're literally like, Fox News is going nuts. They're calling him like Woker Man and they're doing all this shit. It's just like, bro, that's literally what he does. Like, he's a goody two-shoes guy who helps everybody. That is Superman. Yeah. Like, you're absolutely out of your fucking mind if you think anything else. So it's anything remotely like that's going to be received poorly. But I've started to ignore these people at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you just got to watch it, I guess, and just see. Yeah, watch the film, and then if it is one of those, because it normally happens that way anyway. If it's trash, everyone goes, "Yeah, that's trash," and then they slate it, and then it's fair game.
Because they fucked up Rings of Power with Lord of the Rings. Like, I
couldn't get into that.
It's just, first of all, I mean, the first season's slow as all hell, for pretty much no reason. The acting's okay. And you can tell where they spent all the money. Yeah. Spent all the money on like random ass slow-mo horse rides or like in like one or two.
It looked incredible.
Yeah, and in like one or two vistas. But like, there's little things like, even in the movies are pretty much universally loved, but there are like source material things where elves aren't really supposed to look like humans at all. In the books, they're described more like glowing ethereal entities a lot of the time. Like, they don't look human, they're very alien. So like the way they look in the movies, you know how there's always a slight glow around elves? Yeah. That was the closest thing around to it. In the Rings of Power, that's just not existent. They just look like people with pointy ears. So that's already fucked up. They got rid of just that little glow that made them seem different. Yeah. Because they are fucking like eternal beings. Like,
they live thousands of years.
It's not getting twisted. And then even when they that's only 1,000 years here, they just go back to where their homeland is and they're all good. So they feed off the light of their homeland, right? Yeah. So they're not really, they're very magical in themselves. And they all just look like random geezers in this new, which already put a lot of people off. And then obviously you've got so Aragorn has descended from the people that live in the city that most of it's based in. So Numenor, right? This is where the people have like elven heritage, so they live hundreds of years instead of just like a normal human lifespan. There was so much lore in that city and everything else. And you get one or two episodes in it before it's destroyed by a flood. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. And then like even the whole twist of like her, like, do you actually want to watch it at some point?
I think I saw bits because it was just like on in the background and I was like, so.
Yeah, they're in this weird in-between time period where if you go back a little bit further, then I think it's the plot of the main like first book, which is not the first, but it's like the prequel book that explains a lot of it's called the Silmarillion. It is one of the hardest. I have it on audiobook and I do not understand it. So I could not imagine what that's like to read because I don't know what it is about Tolkien. He doesn't explain anything. So he'll just be like, the Nuffenhoofen of the Wasserwaffer were over there doing their hoodly doodly. And it's just like, Ned Flanders, please! He doesn't explain any of it. So it's so hard to follow. But essentially, before Sauron, the big bad, Sauron used to work for this much bigger bad called Morgoth.
Oh, damn.
Morgoth was like the first original Dark War, where elves were at the height of their powers and had most of the land. They're the ones that stopped basically the force of evil in the first place. Do you remember that big ass spider?
Yeah.
In one of the Lord of the Rings,
I
right?
couldn't forget that.
That is like one of the children of the main big spider called, I think it's Shelob. Shelob was like the size of a fucking mountain.
Oh.
And there was like another there was like a dragon as well called like I think it's called like the Black Death.
Yeah.
He's like the size of like 2 mountains. Like the scale is stupid. The dragon in The Hobbit looks like a little house lizard. Like
yeah.
So there was a scale of war which was absolutely humongous. And it was all basically deities and elves fighting in this war. Because like Gandalf is technically like somewhat of a deity / angel thing. He's not really a person.
So is this what the series is?
This is what the Silmarillion explains. Yeah. This is for a lot of the movies and stuff. It's hinting that Gandalf isn't just a normal human. He's a wizard somehow. He lives for such a long time.
Yeah.
The Rings of Power again. He lands. That's when he first lands. As in the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
But there's like a chain of command. There's like God itself, and then there's these like angel types, and then there's another like third row. Gandalf is part of that third row, and I can't remember what they're called, like the Ishtar or something like that. Okay. Right? This is very deep. This is how much lore is involved. It's completely ignored in Rings of Power. That they could have just done a little bit of. Before there was fucking Sauron, there was Morgoth, and he was mad. Yeah. And he was a tier above.
Well, that's
Gandalf.
Intrigued me now. I'm like,
he was above Gandalf, and he used to have these mountain-sized dragons and spiders and darkness itself, and Sauron was a little bitch wizard working for him, mate.
Yeah.
This is levels to the game. All this exciting stuff they could have chosen. That was way, way, way cooler than...
That is cool, but does that not also like Lord of the Rings is a bit like meh?
Well, Lord of the Rings was written by Tolkien to essentially be the mythology of the UK. Because we don't really have like a Greek or Roman mythology in that sense. Yeah. So that's what the whole thing was set up to do. So so he was walking around his, like, I think it was Yorkshire area he used to live. Yeah. He still rolling hills and stuff. I was like... fucking big ass spider fighting over there. Like he's just looking at it, like
tripping.
Yeah, he was tripping balls, eating the mushrooms on the floor. Like
just writing that down. Like, nah.
write that down. But I think obviously I might be getting a few details wrong here and there. But like there was at least some lore drops they could have done that showed this like incredible, different, darker era, and she went through that. Which is why she's so like on it in the series. She seems so like adamant to get rid of like any remaining darkness because she went through that. Do they show that? No. Do we know the context of why she's acting like a bitch the entire goddamn time? No. If you'd have just showed a little bit of why, it would make sense because that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like it would scar someone.
Yeah.
And that would explain why she's like...
Yeah, and I think that's why Gandalf comes down in his meteor again, because he probably got killed off in that war or whatever, and he got reborn. They're like perpetual; they keep coming back down. I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or he got sent down afterwards. And again, there's loads of different wizards. Like, they say a lot of the evils to the east or whatever. There's wizards the blue wizards that went really far to the east. So there's like 4 of them over there. We only ever see like Radagast, him, and the other guy. Yeah. There's so many more wizards knocking about that they could have done that.
Yeah. Where the wizards at?
Yeah, where the wizards at, man? So there's me going full nerd there. But
they're in Washington.
Yeah. that is exactly why they missed out and why a lot of people just like, well, everyone looks normal. Even the orcs look shitter than they used to. They're not like the ones in the thing. They look genuinely fucking mad. They look wicked.
Why did they not splash the cash on that then?
I don't know.
But they splashed the cash on everything else, it looks like.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, why the fuck did you put your money in that when you could have done it in that? Like, which led people to hyper focus on like, why is there black elves? It's like, well, they've never said they couldn't have a black elf. It's just they weren't done before, and because the rest of them. Like,
then that makes it look like because it's a prequel. Where did they go? What happened to all the black elves? Do you know what I mean?
Elf ethnic cleansing that they haven't gone through. Skip over that little detail.
Yeah, that won't be explained.
Elf wash history there.
Yeah, so I think that's the problem where you add them in now.
Yeah, but like, it's mental. But they could have done so much more. There was so much more backstory that so many more people don't know. And the only reason I know that is I sit there binging fucking YouTube essays on it, or like trying to listen to the Silmarillion, and I just can't keep up with it. Yeah. Same with Game of Thrones. There's lots that wasn't done, but at least that was truer-ish to the series until right at the end when it completely fucked it. But this is how these things
that's go. What put me off by the what's it called, House of Dragons, because.
I haven't bothered watching it, but at least House of Dragons went back to the coolest peak time of that era. Where like
I think it's even cooler. They missed the.
But there might have been a bit beforehand where they were like the Dragon Riders were a bigger empire. Yeah. But at least they were near that.
Yeah.
I think movies and TV shows. I'm not sure if this is a budget issue, but always have an obsession with being near the cool place, but not in it. So you ever notice it's always like, oh, always in the ruins of Empire. Like, give me a story where the actual cool stuff's happening.
Yeah, I want to see the Empire.
Yeah, like I want to see the fucking best bits. Like, we show me like, oh, this is the simple scars what we were. It's like, I don't give a fuck. But at least no, they show.
That's literally the Star Wars as well. The originals. That's exactly that.
Yeah, because when in some of the
and
games,
then they showed the prequels, which was
the
better.
prequels that weren't even the height of some of the things they've gone. Like some of the Sith Lords from and this is the Star Wars Legend stuff. Like Darth Nihilus that used to be so in touch with the Force that he used to float around space, sucking in the energy of planets. So he used to eat planets like fucking Galactus does from Marvel. There are these kind of galaxy-sized threats that have existed in Star Wars, and all we get is, oh, I think I might be a Jedi. Fucking ass, bro. I hate this.
Yeah, but then you've gone too far, I think, because that's already...
no such thing as too far.
No, but the way that they sold it to us is that, like, they're superhuman compared to humans, right? Because they've got the Force abilities, etc., right? So then you show that, they're like...
Bro, in Legends, Luke Skywalker is, like, beyond broken. He's, like, the most powerful Jedi ever. Like, that Luke. Darth Nihilus guy, Luke would have him. Like,
Luke
he got
didn't even get really to learn off anyone specifically.
Because Legends started right after. And he learned all this himself because Luke is supposed to be, he's the son of the chosen one. So he's so in touch with the Force that in Legends, he was like learning all this shit himself and reached new Force powers and stuff. I mean, even some of the games, you remember the Force Unleashed? The clone that I've made that has the dual wielding thing. He was able to take down the Star Destroyers by like tapping X. But he just pull shit down.
He's just there like...
I just hate the level of power you can get in like comics and games that is never in normal TVs and movies. It's just like... What was the strongest thing? She pulled down like a smaller ship.
Oh,
that was just
but
like a getaway
you've never
cruiser.
seen that before, though. So it was like, whoa.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
obviously Vader does it in the series with Obi-Wan. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, but like the big ass ones that stay up in space and float. That's what that was who Starkiller was pulling down, right?
Oh damn.
Like this is what I mean. This is the disconnect between maybe live action where they would never attempt that because it's just like budgets or maybe it's too much for people to believe. But this is why I'm an anime head.
Plot holes though, like, well, if you could do that, why don't you just pull that ship down and just blow it up or whatever, do his thing.
Well, in the height of his power, he could have, but again, it's the set of the movie when he's old.
Yeah, true.
Which I don't understand why your age ever has an impact on your connection with the Force.
If anything, it should grow, right?
Yeah, that's the question I have. Like, Yoda should have got stronger as he went.
Yeah, instead of just sitting down and disappearing.
Yeah, because if you're strong enough to like become a Force ghost and not even die, you just like disappear. Like that's surely you're on some next shit.
Yeah,
and you're like, that's the greatest feat you can do: curl up in a blanket and have a nap. Fuck off.
Just gonna transition now.
Yeah, just me hating on Yoda.
Leave him alone, mate. Leave him alone.
But yeah, I just wish they were like just more ambitious with how they do it, which again was why I love anime because they won't shy away from universe destroying. Because they can't.
I think it's more maybe because they can just illustrate quite easily. I guess.
Yeah, I just think there's but it can be done. It can be done. I know it can.
Yeah. Well,
we've seen planets blow up in many movies.
Yeah. Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe
it's what happened in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, mate.
It's more plot holes. It's just like you don't want to show.
You couldn't take Star Wars now.
I want to show Darth Vader blowing up a planet on his without the laser or whatever because it's just like, why can't he just go around just doing that to everyone?
Vader wasn't like squishing planets or anything. Vader was never on that level, but there are some past entities or Sith Lords that could do that kind of crazy stuff.
Theoretically, then he could have learned how to do that and done it.
Well, yeah, because there's technically, and this is what Vader does in the comics, he travels around a lot trying to kill off other Jedi, but also looking for Sith, I think they're called Necronomicons or something, where Sith information was stored by past Sith, or like learnings or teachings or whatever, or even some like energy or crystals and that, and he gets mad powers from it a lot. And it just does so much cooler stuff. Like, instead of a series about more rebels or more fucking Ewoks, whatever the hell they want to make, right? Do a series about the years that Vader spent from after the Empire hunting Jedi.
Yeah.
Give me the coolest fights. Give me like him just being a scourge on the Empire.
Yeah.
Because that's what all the comics do, and they're
give Hayden
cool.
Christensen
exactly.
More,
give him that.
Give him that.
Him wailing on people. That's what he used to do, mate. That at one point, Vader's been surrounded a lot. He has the coolest comic panel I've ever seen. He's surrounded by like 100 soldiers, and they're all pointing guns at him. And even for someone with the Force, like, what the fuck are you going to do in that situation? And they're like, freeze, Vader, we've got you now. And he's just like, well, I'm surrounded by his fear of dead men. And he just fucking zooms them all in and just cuts everyone up. And you're just like, oh, so sick. I'm going to nut. It's so fucking cool.
That's what I want to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, but all they show is flashes of Vader being cool. Remember in Rogue One, where he first turns up in that cruise and he just mashes everyone up?
Yeah.
The only good bit of the movie.
And that's pretty basic compared to what you just said. He's just walking slowly down the corridor. I need to
see Jedi and Sith mashing people up.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. I don't want to see more running.
Or them together, like
more
going at
activities, more like underdog stories.
Does that Obi-Wan
have some connection to the Force, but he's pretty shit.
That Obi-Wan series I thought was pretty meh until the
it's
end
him
when
running
they actually,
away for most of it.
Yeah, and even is it Leia, and she's just like got 6 bounty hunters right behind her. She's just running through the woods and they can't.
Yeah,
they can't get her.
We know Leia's got the Force. Do something.
Yeah, but she's like 5 and she's running away and they can't get her.
Oh yeah, true.
I was like,
oh yeah, well, we don't want to compare Star Wars to competency, okay?
Okay, well, I'm just saying it annoyed me. But the only good thing was
notorious for missing every
the good
shot.
thing about it is when they go at each other at the end. Do you know what I mean? Have that extra, that another.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Round 2, baby.
They need to. There just needs to be more cool fight, more cool things. You can't just be in Star Wars and expect people to be happy with it.
That's the thing with reboots, man. Or
yeah, we'll see. I want to see what the magic fights are like in the new Potter.
Yeah, true.
Because there was some exchanges that were pretty cool near the end there, in terms of just people whipping out and that, and just like fucking.
Yeah, because compared to the first few, it's like wow.
Yeah,
didn't know they could do that.
You're watching Molly Weasley kill off Bellatrix Lestrange at the end was pretty fucking satisfying.
Yeah, exactly. She just freezes her and just.
Yeah, but even it wasn't that visually impressive. It was more like quite cathartic.
It was like.
It was kind of like a Pokemon fight.
Well, she like crumbles, right? She's like.
Yeah, she fucked her up, mate.
Yeah, I was like,
Mrs. Weasley was stone cold killer.
I don't get like they don't have to say anything though when they do it.
I think it's good wizards get to that point.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but you have to be like pretty good. I mean, that's what. Remember the Fantastic Beasts series?
Yeah.
And you've got Dumbledore and fucking what's his name, Grindelwald.
Yeah.
They don't really say anything. They just start shooting lasers at each other, which is kind of shit still. Because I'd like to see a few bullets exchange, dodging, whipping, da-da-da. They just kind of clash and then big lights and it's over. So there's so many dynamic things they could be doing. Like I want you to I'm a fucking blind fire across some cover like with a wand. Like you could do that.
Yeah, actually struggling here. Like
or fucking build yourself some stairs, jump off of them, make yourself a trampoline, bounce back on. You could get so creative. It's fucking magic, bro. Don't just give me one stream of light. Like give me fucking creativity.
Budget, bro.
Fuck budget, bro. I hate it.
That must be what it is. Like to animate a whole action scene.
We'll cut money elsewhere. Do everything in one room. And
it's so much easier just to have them sitting around a table or something talking about we must find the Dark Lord. Or,
fucking hope he gets you, mate.
Just go get him. Go get him and have a fight with him.
Yeah. Fucking call him out.
Go get him.
Yeah,
let's have it.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about how Voldemort's scared of Dumbledore. Why didn't Dumbledore just get all the best and not roll up on this fool?
I just still don't understand why Voldemort's got like this obsession with this school. Like,
and they say it's the safest place on earth. My fucking arse.
Yeah, like a child,
most unsafe place ever.
Nearly dies every year. He starts every year going, "Please don't go to this area because you will die a painful death."
And this one and that one. Don't go out after dark.
Yeah, there's Dementors out, so just avoid them because they're looking for a guy who's actually innocent. And we don't know this because we don't know magic and we don't want to just ask people questions.
Yeah.
We just
also,
want to
here's the force of time. Fuck around with that for a bit. Like
use that for just, getting to class on time.
It's lucky Hermione had that because if they'd have given it to Harry in the story, it'd be like, I should go back to where my mum was about to be murdered then, won't I? And fucking do a flash and completely fuck up the timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could have done that. Like, no. As soon as Harry heard time thingy, he should have been like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go kill Voldemort in his cot?
It's like, no, because baby Voldemort looks cute.
Baby.
And we need to save Buckbeak. Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Don't say fucking millions of people. You could have gone and got Hitler, because that would have been happening canonically.
Yeah.
Like Harry went to school and he learnt what Hitler did, and he got handed a fucking time sphere and went, I think I'll save the bird.
Yeah. He's going to get his head chopped off. We don't want that.
To be fair, shouts out Buckbeak. I call my dog Buckbeak a lot for some reason.
Oh, really?
When he pisses me off, I'm like, Buckbeak? It's just satisfying to do. You great stinking bird, you.
That's amazing.
Got to stay there. We should probably wrap up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ages.
Yeah.
I know we've got another segment we want to do. Should we save it for another
We
episode?
should. I feel like we said that last time, and I can't remember what the segment was. We brought it.
See, we're very organised, folks.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We'll remember.
I'm going to write it down this time.
We should call this the two people with dementia podcast, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Just purple links for us.
Purple links is a good name for a business. That's it.
Yeah, purple links. You feel like
for those who forget.
Think you've seen this before? You have.
Don't steal that. I'm watching you.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was.
Cool. Do we want to use the last 5 minutes to give it a go, or should we save it?
Well, I'll just maybe allude to it then, because it's like, next time.
Allude.
Next time on PBZ TV, we're gonna go down another element of reboots, I guess, weren't we? And talk about Gears of War and other games and stuff.
Oh yeah, the game reboots, the handhelds coming out.
Yeah, the handhelds, and I've recently got the PlayStation one, the Xbox one's coming, and then I wanted to go Xbox versus PlayStation. Let's have it. Because I feel like you're more Xbox and I'm more PlayStation.
Well, yeah.
But actually, I feel like we're both.
Because we both did the exact same thing. Because you always have to buy the consoles your mates are on. You can't really get around that, right? But I have kind of full-time switched back to Xbox purely because of Game Pass.
Yeah, I feel like this is another era, because I thought it was done. So I just want to quickly summarize it. You had the PS1 because you had the PS1.
Yep.
You got the PS2 because the PS2 was awesome.
Original
Xbox was there.
PS2 won that by far.
Yeah.
They had all the games in that.
360 absolutely smashed PS3.
Yeah, Xbox One.
No, Xbox One was trash.
Oh, no, I mean Xbox One it. Not
oh,
Xbox
right,
One.
okay, sorry.
Xbox One is poopy sticky poo-poo.
Yeah. I was there
PS4 was...
Yeah, you basically...
Just
the 360 just was the one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was so good.
It was. Again, it's not the reason I went back to Xbox now, because there's so much Xbox 360 backwards compatibility. They have pretty much everything on the store.
That's exactly why I might get
and
Xbox.
this is how PlayStation suffers, I think, in the software and past games department. Whereas Xbox, I think it's realised it's not going to win anymore. Some of the exclusives and gaming experiences from PlayStation...
Why can't I just...
Oh, it's just fucking incredible.
Why can't I just stick in my PS2 Simpsons Hit and Run disc into my PlayStation 5?
Or
why would it not work?
On the store? It shouldn't be that hard to have OG PS2 games for a tenner on the PlayStation store. But they're on an Xbox store. And this is what annoys me. And the big theory is Xbox, at least on this handheld, they say you'll be able to play Steam on it as well. So this is going to completely change the game, where I think they're going to go the Switch route. I think Xbox is going to turn into Switches. They'll have a little dock you can put into where you can handheld it.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to do Switch, Game Pass, or your normal games from anywhere. And that will be fucking game changing for busy people.
Yeah.
But then it's a different debate. Xbox has won, I think, has lost a lot of battles, but actually for the wider consumer, if they can pull that off and it's sustainable, they've won the war there. Because if we can become PC gamers and Xbox people at the same time, we've won.
It's done.
But at the same time, PlayStation as a pure gaming console experience, better experience. I think better controller.
Yeah.
I like the UI a little bit better, I must be honest, and the exclusives.
But they're not even exclusive anymore.
Well, there are some. So Ghost of Tsushima, what are the other PlayStation ones that are fucking incredible? God of War.
Yeah.
So
Spider-Man.
So there are still incredible story games that are PlayStation only.
Yeah, they are insane.
But who knows how long that will last? I hope. I don't really know what PlayStation is going to do from here. Yeah,
I don't know. I think they're getting complacent because they think they've won. But if Xbox pull that off.
Because is it complacent, or are they actually going to continue almost being purists? So they do this with Sony have lost a few different wars. You don't go out your way to buy a Sony TV or a Sony phone, but they do actually make Sony phones every now and then, and they're for camera enthusiasts because they're got mad stuff in it.
But so maybe they'll massive. Do this. I thought they should theoretically have. They had the Sony Ericsson, all this, that.
They really fumbled with the Sony Ericsson era.
Yeah, they had it.
But when the first iPhone came out, it changed everything. Yeah,
because BlackBerry thought they had it. Yeah. And then, do you know what I mean?
It will happen in many generations. So we'll see if this is the turning point where PlayStation was so focused on hardware and exclusives that they didn't pay attention to Xbox, not really giving a fuck about both of those things, but buying every studio and putting everything on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I get the new Call of Duty free every time is absolutely bonkers. The new Space Marine.
Was it £15 a month, right?
Yeah, £15 a month and I get everything. And I'll be able to play it on PC if I've got a PC as well. So I can play it anywhere, bro. It is actually there's a lot of articles saying that business model is unsustainable. And every time I'm like, you can't be serious. That can't be on there. That new rematch game came out. It was that football one that's a bit
Rocket League. I've seen that.
That's just on there ready for me. my list is so stacked now that I can't even get to everything. So much they put on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's true.
It's unbeatable. And apart from those exclusives and the better controller, from a consumer's point of view, that'd be a no fucking brainer. But you're also at the point where you own nothing.
But is it the fact that people will just have both because you need sort of to have both because it's just...
I've had both for quite a while, but it depends on economically because everything's getting more expensive. The era of you being able to have 2 consoles at once unless you've already got them. And if we're ever going to start getting new console generations now, because I don't think we're at the stage where you know a TV can come pre-installed with an Xbox.
I think it's not far away though.
Because it don't have Sky Glass.
Stream. You can just stream the game. I've seen things you can just stream them now.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that they need to just improve is probably like these multiplayer games.
Yeah, it's the latency, but also like if you could partner up and if PlayStation did a TV PlayStation hybrid, and like they managed to use the space in the TV to like bulk out so the TV wasn't like a hench one, that'd be sick because then you could physically still download the games to the TV itself and just have the controller. That'd be
maybe just
insane.
stick in a
don't steal that.
The guys are like, what a genius idea.
And maybe Xbox might do the same thing, but cause that's been tried before, like play just off a controller or something, and then it's just like the tech's not been there yet, but we are very close.
Oh man.
It's exciting times, but also strange ones. And that's probably a good thesis to end the show on.
Yeah, that was good.
Appreciate y'all. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll try and put out a lot more clips of this and be actually more consistent with uploading because it's my fault. And we'll see you.
Yeah, Jace. No, it's not.
It's fucking
collective.
Sorry, man.
It's collective.
All right. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Yo.